I'm going to go over a few things that I went over yesterday just to make sure we understand exponential growth and decay. If you were not here, you're going to need to get the notes. I'm not going to have it up there long enough probably for you to see everything. But we talk about exponential growth and decay. There's several different things. We're going to be on this for a couple of days. We're going to be on it this week and next week. Who am I kidding? One thing you're going to have to realize with exponential growth and decay, you don't have a straight line, you have a curved line. It's nonlinear. Okay? So, this is an example of growth. Sometimes you'll have to look at graphs and be able to tell whether it's growth or decay. Our formula is y equals AB raised to x. Now, what we need to really make sure we understand today is what does A stand for, what does B stand for, and what does X stand for. A is your starting amount. Okay? That's how much you start with. If you invest $400, $400 is your starting amount. B is called your growth rate or your decay rate. Jaden, are you listening to me? It's your growth rate or decay rate. Now, you have to do something to the B. They're just not going to straight out give you the B. If it is growth, which would be a word like it increased, it went up, you earned money, okay? If it is B, then the B is going to be greater than 1. Now, in the problem, they're going to give you a percent, 4%. You invest, interest rate, 4%. You can't just take that 4 and throw it down. Remember, you've got to change that percent to a decimal. Okay? If it is decay, like you lost money, stock market crashed, it depreciated, okay, went down in value, the B is going to be less than 1. So you're going to say 1 minus whatever your rate is. Your X is your time. How many years, how many months? Things like that. Okay? So, we did a couple. We set them up. Done. Here's what I'm going to do. You've got some that you're going to work on. I'm going to hand this out. It's front and back. We're going to do some together. Then you're going to do something. I don't know, shut my door. I was nice and I didn't make you write out the word problems. I could have put them on Google Classroom, but start out, I think we'll just look at it. Okay. It says find a bank account balance. If the account starts with $100, has an annual rate of 4%, and we want to know how much money is going to be in there for 12 years. Okay? So the first thing is, at the top, let's put this. Y equals AB raised to X. What is my A? What did I start with? $100. Inside my parentheses is where I'm going to work out my growth rate. Now let me ask you something. Is this account growing or is it decreasing? It's growing. Okay? It's growing. Now, so I know it's 1 plus. Because it's growth, it's growing. Now, here's what they gave me. They gave me a percent, but I can't say 1 plus 4. I've got to change that percent to a decimal. 4% is what is a decimal? 0.04. So I'm going to say 1 plus 0.04. And what's our time? What's our x?
12.
About put x right there. 12. Solving it's not hard. Solving it's putting it in the calculator. The only thing I worry about is setting it up with you guys. Okay? Let's go on to number 2. In 1985, there were 285 cell phone subscribers in a small town of Centerville. A little star by this one. This would be a great EOC question. The number of subscribers increased by 75% per year after 1985. How many cell phone subscribers were in Centerville in 1994? Okay. What do we start with? What's our A? Is this growth or decay?
Growth.
How do you know? What word says that?
Increase.
1 plus what?
1.7.
All right. What's my x? Let's start by number 3. Number 3 would be a great example of not only EOC question, but also your Earth and Environmental class question at the end of the year. Bacteria can multiply at an alarming rate when each bacteria splits into 2 new cells, thus doubling. Okay? Let me give you a little hint here. Sometimes they don't straight out tell you doubling, but if it splits into 2, that's doubling. Okay? If we start with 1 bacteria and we can double it every hour, how many bacteria will we have by the end of 1 day? Okay? What's our A? No. Why do you say 2? Say 2. Why did you say 2?
Because it said it.
It doubles. It doubles, but why would we say 2? Why would we not start with 1? We actually started with 1, but we don't use the 1. We use the 2, but why?
Because it split. It's 2 new ones.
We got to start out with our base time of an hour. This one, there's no percent here. We know this is an example of growth because it is doubling. But we're not going to say 1 plus something, there's no percent rate. Does everybody see that? If they use the word doubling, okay, we doubled it right there. What's it wanting to know? What's our x?
21.
So you 2 raised to the power of 24. I want to see if you can set up number 4. On number 4, Is it an example of growth or decay?
Decay.
So then that means my parentheses has got to be less than. How many do you start with? Well, I look at this and I don't have a percent. What did it tell me though? So how do I do that? What's my time? Number 5 would be an EOC question that they would ask you without a calculator. They actually give you a formula. Let's look at our formula. What can we tell? Just by looking at our formula without reading anything, just look at your formula.
It started with.
Growth.
Is it growth? It's growth. Yep. This is growth. Matthew, what was you going to say?
It started with 6,191.
It's an example of growth. Started with 6191. Okay. Now I go ahead and I read. Wait, but before I read it, can I take this, take it apart and find out what my percent was?
Yes.
What is my percent? 4%. Says here's her formula. T is the number of years since 1990. It started in 1990. What was the population in 1990? Our start, 6191. At what percent did it increase? We did that. 4%. Okay. Number 6, you've inherited land that was purchased for $30,000 in 1960. The value of the land increased approximately 5% per year. What's the approximate value of the land in the year 2011? See if you can set that one up. What'd you start with on this one?
30,000.
Must have been a pretty good sized piece of land for $30,000 in 1960. Or at a nice location. It's going up, 5%. What's my growth? What goes inside my parentheses? I'll just go ahead and write like that. What's my X?
51.
Alright, number 7. I think it's the only tricky one on that side. During normal breathing, about 12% of the air in the lungs is replaced after one breath. Write an exponential decay model for the amount of the original air left in the lungs if the initial amount of air in the lungs is 500 milliliters. Okay? Well, we know it's decay. They straight out told us that. So inside my parentheses, it's got to be less than 1, right? What do I start with? How much do I start with in my lungs? 500. Now the tricky part is to figure out what goes inside. It's decay.
1 minus
1 minus what?
20.
I'm still not done. I still haven't written an equation. The amount of original air left in the air, so what is that? Trent, I think I heard you say it. How much is left after 240 breaths? Where would I put that?
So much for the
All right, here's what you're going to do. You're going to take a calculator in just a moment, and you're going to figure these out. They're set up. Flip over to the back. You're going to do 8, 9, 10, 11, don't do 9. Hold up on 9. I have to talk to you about quarterly and stuff, how the bank does that. Okay, do 8, 10, 11, 12. Hopefully on Friday we can talk about compound interest. You got to do a little bit more to it. Sometimes when you invest, if your money is rolled over quarterly, well, how many quarters are in a dollar? 4. So they recalculate your money 4 different times a year. Okay. Speaking of money, the Powerball I think's up to 480 million. If you win that after taxes, guess how much you would take home? 480 million. If you won that and you chose a lump sum after taxes, guess how much you would take home? 100,000.
I don't know, it's a random number.
Yeah, that's way low. It's 480 million. After taxes, how much do you think you would take home? 170 million. I could live off that comfortably, but that's just, to me, that's a lot of money out of taxes. You think about it. 480 million. 170, you wouldn't see me around here much, but I'm just, I just think that's kind of crappy.
Someone won $1 million and they only got 400,000.
Yeah. But now, if I win it tonight, because I ain't going to stop me to see if I'm really home, so if I win it tonight. If I'm not here tomorrow, I'm down in Raleigh claiming my prize. And I'm not going to be one of these people that hides. If I win it, I'm going on some TV shows. I got some stuff that needs to be said. I'll buy y'all a t-shirt that says, my math teacher won the lottery and this is all I got. It's a crappy t-shirt. Alright, so work on this, get you a calculator.